Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are back with more Know Your Members of Congress for the 119th Congress. Before we get into the episode, I do want to remind you all I do have a Coffee account and a Patreon account if you do wish to donate. But before you decide to do so, please make sure it's something you can afford. Everything's tough enough as it is out there for us all. So I don't put yourself in dire straits just because you want to donate. If you can afford it and you want to, fine. Otherwise, just I'd rather you keep your money if you need it. But yeah, I have a coffee account that allows you to make smaller one-time payments. You could also do recurring, but that's why I also have the Patreon. It's more of a recurring model for pay. But with that said, let's jump into this. Today, for this video, we are looking at Representative Glenn Grothman, who represents the 6th District of Wisconsin. And it's a district that hovers just north of Madison and Milwaukee, Wisconsin, along the eastern side of the state. Now, before he is a Republican, and before he took office, he was preceded in office by Tom Petrie. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at who Glenn Grothman is as an individual. He was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on July the 3rd, 1955. Graduated from Homestead High School in Mequon, Wisconsin in 1973. Earned a BBA from the University of Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin in 1978. Earned a JD from the University of Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin in 1983. Has been a private practice lawyer. Member of the Wisconsin State Assembly 1993 to 2004, and then member of the Wisconsin State Senate 2004 to 2014 before being elected as a Republican to the 114th and 5 following Congresses. So he is in term 6. With that said, let's go ahead and look at the committees he is on. He is on the Committee on Education and Workforce, of which he is on the Subcommittee on Higher Education and Workforce Development and the Subcommittee on Workforce Protections. He's on the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, of which he's on the Subcommittee on Healthcare and Financial Services. He's on the Committee on the Budget, and he's on the Committee on the Judiciary, of which he is on the Subcommittee on Immigration Integrity, Security, and Enforcement, and the Subcommittee on the Constitution and Limited Government. Now, with that taken care of, let's go ahead and look at his top 5 individual donors and contributors over this last election cycle for the 119th Congress. At the top, number 1, we have Northwestern Mutual, which is an American financial services mutual organization headquartered in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that is a financial security company that provides consultation on wealth and asset income protection, education planning, retirement planning, investment advisory services, financial planning, trust and private client services, estate planning, and business planning. And its products include life insurance, permanent life insurance, disability income and long-term care insurance, annuities, investments, and investment advisory products and services. And it ranks number 110 on the Fortune 500 list of the largest U.S. corporations by total revenue, and is in the top 30 by assets held. The firm distributes a portion of its earnings to eligible policyholders as annual dividends and the hiring and sales policies and practices of Northwestern Mutual have attracted controversy. It was founded in 1857. Altogether, it has donated $23,950, and once again, that's Northwestern Mutual. Next, at number 2, we have AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, which is a pro-Israel lobbying group that advocates its policies to the legislative and executive branches of the U.S., and is one of several such pro-Israel lobbying organizations in the United States, and has been called one of the most influential lobbying groups in the U.S. As of 2025, it says it has more than 5 million members in the U.S. So yeah, it describes itself as a bipartisan organization. Bullshit! And it was founded in 1954 by a lobbyist for the Israeli government, partly to counter international criticism of Israel's Kibbutz massacre of Palestinian villagers that year. It became a powerful organization during the 1980s, and in 2002 it expressed intent to lobby Congress to authorize use of force in Iraq, defending the Iraq War at AIPAC events in 2003. In 2005, a Pentagon analyst pled guilty to espionage charges of passing U.S. government secrets to senior AIPAC officials in what became known as the AIPAC espionage scandal. As I've always told you before, I have no love for this monstrous organization. It is vile, despicable, evil, and it's not bipartisan. It's just whoever will take their dirty money. Altogether, they have donated $23,300, and once again, that's AIPAC. Next, at number 3, we have Clos de la Tech, which you would think was a tech company, but apparently it's a company that provides wines and spirits, based out of California. At least that's who kept popping up. So yeah, but it does a lot of information as far as wine and everything else. Talks about its Pinot Noirs and everything like that. So yeah. Anyway, altogether they have donated $23,200, and once again that's Clos de la Tech. Next, at number 4, we have Sargento Foods, which I'm sure people have seen the commercials for Sargento cheese. It is an American food producer best known for its cheese, and was founded in 1953 in Plymouth, Wisconsin, and its company name is a combination of Sartori and Gentine, with the O added to make it sound Italian, as the company specialized in Italian-style cheeses. It is one of the largest privately held companies in the United States, and is one of the country's largest retail cheese companies. The company offers profit sharing, tuition reimbursement, and benefits for its employees, and has been a sponsor in American motorsports for many years, such as it is preeminently displayed on Road America Raceway. But altogether, they have donated $16,700, and once again, that's Sargento Foods. Finally, in 5th, we have Coke Incorporated, American multinational conglomerate corporation based in Wichita, Kansas, and it is the second largest privately held company in the United States after Cargill. Its subsidiaries are involved with the manufacturing, refining, and distribution of petroleum, chemicals, energy, fiber, intermediates, and polymers, minerals, fertilizer, pulp and paper, chemical technology, equipment, cloud computing, finance, raw materials trading, and investments, and owns Flint Hill Resources, Georgia Pacific, Guardian Industries, Infor, Invista, KBX, Coke Ag and Energy Solutions, Coke Engineered Solutions, Coke Investments Groups, Coke Minerals and Trading, and Molex. It employs 122,000 people in 60 countries, with about half its business in the United States. It was founded on February the 8th, 1940, and it was founded by its namesake, Fred C. Koch, in 1940 after he developed an innovative crude oil refining process. Fred C. Koch would die in 1967, with the majority interest in the company being split amongst his 4 sons, and in June 1983, after bitter legal and boardroom battle over the amount of dividends paid by the company, the stakes of Frederick R. Koch and William Bill Koch were bought out for $1.1 billion, and Charles Koch and David Koch became majority owners in the company. Charles owns 42% of the company. Trust for the benefit of Elaine Teddimer Marshall, the daughter-in-law of J. Howard Marshall, and Elaine's children, Preston Marshall and E. Pierce Marshall Jr., own 16% of the company. David Koch died on August 23, 2019, and his heirs own the remaining 42% balance of the corporation. Charles Koch has stated that the company would go public over my dead body, and the company has used its freedom from the pressures of public markets to make long-term investments and concentrate on growth, since it don't have to be beholden unto stock ownership. So yeah, altogether they have donated $15,000, and once again, that's Koch Industries. Now let's go ahead and look at the top 5 industry donors and contributors over the last election cycle. At the top, number 1, we have Retired, who altogether have donated $221,224. Next at number 2 is Republican Conservative Groups, who altogether have donated $43,053. Next at number 3 is Real Estate, who altogether have donated $42,361. Next at number 4 is Insurance, who altogether have donated $40,635. And in 5th is Crop Production and Basic Processing, who altogether have donated $34,230. Now let's look at all these donors at a glance, starting with individual. Northwestern Mutual, it's not that insurance isn't useful, but unfortunately it exists to make money off conditions of people. And yeah, and Northwestern Mutual is one of the bigger companies. APAC, boo, suck. Close de la Tech, okay, good. I mean, I don't know much about them, but it's just making wine and spirits. You can't fault them too much. It's yeah. Sargento Foods, fine. They're one of the bigger companies, but again, they have their uses. And Coke Incorporated, boo, suck. Industry-wise, Retired, great, absolutely wonderful. Again, I'm all about the people. Serve the people. Republican Conservative Groups, boo, suck. Real Estate, ooh. Insurance, ooh. Crop Production, Basic Processing, okay, good. Altogether, I'll give him, we'll say, what are you going to do? Anyway, this has been a look at Representative Glenn Grothman, who represents the 6th District of Wisconsin. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources, and it can't just be some random blog post or nonsense website. I'll be putting my links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.